Show. Welcome to the second edition of the Refua Radio Show, where your health is a priority. I'm very excited to let you know about all the increased numbers of subscribers and the terrific, interesting comments on the YouTube page and also at the EmbraceIsrael.com page. Check it out and leave a comment too. I look forward to hearing from you.
A question arrived to my inbox the other day. Is there a camp program for autistic children and young adults? My response to the person asking is to contact the Sunrise program folks, S-O-N, RISE. Sunrise is a leader in innovative therapy for people with autism, Asperger's, pervasive developmental delay, and other developmental problems. The toll-free American phone number is 1-877-766-7473. That's 1-877-766-7473. The website is at http://www.autismtreatmentcenter.org, AUTISMTreatmentcenter.org. Musician and composer Devorah Balenki sent in a newly recorded song from her group Ne'imot Yitenu. Ne'imot Yitenu is a phrase in the morning blessings. It means pleasant melodies will be offered, and the phrase appears two paragraphs before the Shema in the morning blessings. The Hebrew word L'kel baruch Ne'imot Yitenu, Zemirot Yumeru, V'tishbachot Yishma'u, Ki hu levado poel gevurot, oseh hadashot, ba'al milchamot, zoreach tzedakot, matzmiach yeshuot, borei rufuot. Well, what does that Hebrew stuff mean? They will offer sweet melodies to beloved God, proclaiming His praises. God alone is responsible for mighty deeds, new things, and He creates cures. The melody that Devorah sent to me is entitled L'chadudi, to you, my beloved. This recording uses a Braslav tune played with a harp and two flutes. The melody is on the harp the first time through, and then again towards the end. Let's listen to it now. I feel like singing, but that could bore the heck out of you. So I'll speak about music instead. It has a healing power for body and soul. The March 1st, 2010 edition of the Los Angeles Times newspaper had a nifty article about the healing power of music. I'll quote the opening paragraph. It has charms to soothe a savage breast, or beast, if you prefer to repeat a common mistake. But researchers are finding that music may be an effective balm for many other afflictions, the isolation of conditions such as autism and Alzheimer's disease, the disability that results from stroke, the physical stress of entering the world too early, and more. Listen to this. Music therapists use a mix of improvisation and proven techniques to help patients. Neuroscientists are trying to understand how music can help rewire a brain affected by illness or injury, or provide a workaround for injured or underperforming brain regions. By doing so, these doctors hope to better identify which patients might respond best to music and what musical techniques might best help them to regain lost or compromised function. That's a lot to think about, huh? Check out binaural beats on the internet. Pretty interesting. I'm going to wrap up the long article from the LA Times with this remark from one of those brain specialists. Music might provide an alternative entry point to the brain because it can unlock so many different doors to an injured or ill brain, said Dr. Gottfried Schlag, a Harvard University neurologist. Pitch, harmony, melody, rhythm, and emotion, all components of music, engage different regions of the brain. And many of those same regions are also important in speech, movement, and social interaction. If a disease or trauma has disabled a brain region needed for such functions, music can sometimes get in through a back door and coax them out by another route. In a sense, we're using musical tools to engage certain parts of the brain and then teach the brain new tricks, new tools to overcome an impairment. Nice news from a doctor, huh? Let's add some more happiness to the prescription for medical music. Music can promote healing of the body and definitely of the mind and heart. You know how your attention span rises at the movie when the music takes you into the story. The magic happens because, well, I'm going to quote Orit Ritter, who shared the following thought on a February 3rd, 10th Shabbat newsletter. The ideas are true for everybody, not just the Jewish kids in the class. Orit says, song is placed on the loftiest level of spirituality because song can inspire joy, and joy causes the divine spirit to manifest itself. Song can also communicate the sorrow of the heart that mere words are unable to. Traditionally, sad music was played at Jewish funerals. Song was such an important part of the temple service that only the Levites could participate in the choral service. In the temple, the Levite choir sang and the Levite orchestra played. The inspiration was so vital that the temple service was deemed invalid, no good, without the Levite music. The sages even permitted the musical accompaniment to be performed on Shabbat. Words communicate ideas. Music communicates emotion. The Jewish people choose song to express their feelings of joy and thankfulness. The 7 notes of the musical scale are given mystical meaning. They correspond to the 7 Kabbalistic sefirot: chesed, kindness, gevura, strength, tiferet, splendor, netzach, eminence, hod, beauty, yesod, foundation, and malchut, majesty. There's an interesting difference between words and song, Orit tells us. Words can sometimes be inspirational, but when someone's depressed and thinking of those words, it's not inspiring. The sadness of a depression is stronger than the message of the words. Words are powerless to shake off sad moods and sadness and depression. An inspiring melody is different. It has the power to transcend the sadness, to shake off the depression. It can elevate the spirit, King David said. In the darkness of night, his song, God's song, shall be with me. King David would sing himself up from the depths of despair. Hey, nobody's more manly than King David. He was a warrior, scholar, a husband, a father, and a king. And he used music to make himself feel better. Rabbi Nachman, creator of the Braslav Hasidic way of life, taught that music is the foundation of true attachment to God. Music has a tremendous power to draw you to God. Get into the habit of always singing a tune. It will give you a new life and send joy into your soul. You'll be able to bind yourself to God. When a person achieves moral purity, his voice is purified. When our cries and singing are directed to heaven, it arouses God's love for us. He looks at us in our trouble, and he can save us. We've opened the door, so to speak. Okay, this is me, Yocheved now. One of the troubles we can be saved from is despair. It takes repeated effort to succeed with that. Empower Yourself book helps with that. Christian minister Carl Phillips called the spiritual component of the Empower Yourself book right on. Back to Rabbi Nachman, he said. Make a habit of inspiring yourself with a melody. Every melody can arouse your heart and draw it to God. You can inspire yourself with a melody sung to the best of your ability, even when you're alone at home. The loftiness of the melody is beyond measure. Music inspires us to make great achievements, and it can bring you great pleasure too. That's good for coping in a crunch. Rabbi Nachman's tale of the 7 beggars references the importance of melody. In the story, an unconscious princess is cured. She's cured, mainly because of melody and joy. So go ahead, play your favorite CDs, and empower yourself or someone else to cope with a medical mental health or disability challenge at booklocker.com. You can type in my name or the book's title in the search bar. Oh, my name is hard for some people to spell, so I'll remind you. Yoched. Last name Golani. That CH is pronounced the same as in Bach. Yocheved. I'm thanking my sound engineer, Manny Sabian, for doing a terrific and complicated job today. Thanks, Manny. Let your fingers sing on the keyboard when you empower yourself or someone else to cope with a medical, mental health, or disability challenge at booklocker.com. Store owners and organization people, you can make bulk orders at secure.booklocker.com/booklocker/wholesale/order.pht. Okay, everybody, send in your questions and comments about various health issues and about the Refua Radio Show to giveretgolani.com. That's giveretgolani@gmail.com. I'll address you and your concerns on pre-recorded audio. I won't use your name if you prefer to remain anonymous, and I do look forward to hearing from you. Advertisers, you can contact me directly to discuss advertising opportunities on the Refua Radio Show. Send an email to giveretgolani.com. Okay, everybody, face your medical problems with dignity. Face your future with optimism.